Everyone, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to program a matching activity into Educandus. We're going to do this using the quiz function. So this is a great activity to do for reading and listening. It's a closed activity, so students get immediate feedback on their correct or incorrect answers. For this activity, I'm going to show you using an example of a reading activity for B2, but this is adaptable to any level and also doesn't matter if it's reading or listening. Anytime you would use a matching activity in the classroom, we can digitalize it onto Educandus. So let's begin. The first thing you want to do is in your Educandus page, make sure the editing is turned on, and then we're going to add a quiz. Okay, now you can give this any name you wish. I'm just going to keep it simple, matching tutorial. Okay, now with our settings here, as we're doing a class, this is for a class activity only, we don't need to worry about the timing of the activity. For level leaders thinking about obligatory activities, you would have to play around with the timing here, but for a regular class activity, we don't need to worry about this one. We're going to think about more here in the grade. Now, depending on the activity, you may want students to only do the activity once or twice, or they have unlimited times, unlimited attempts to do the activity. For a classroom activity, I would set it as unlimited. Now, unfortunately, Educandus is not the same as LAMS. It will not force students to get 100% correct in order to move on to the next activity, but I think students are learning here, they're going through the process. I think setting it to unlimited is fine. The other setting we want to think about is our review options. Now, as a default, Educandus will only highlights that students will be able to see their answers, but we want to make sure that all of these options are highlighted. That way, students will be able to see which answers they got correct, their total scores, any feedback that we give them, and the right answers. Okay, so that was everything that we need to do to start our quiz. So we save and return to course. Okay, now as this is matching, we want to open the tutorial, click Edit Quiz, add a new question, and we want to choose the matching option, and we add it. Okay, this doesn't mean anything, this is just the name of our course. Then again, question name, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to put number 1. In the question text, this is where you want to enter the instructions, and as I'm doing a reading, I'm going to copy paste the text in here. So as you can see, I have everything already set up in a Word document, and I strongly suggest you do this before programming any type of activity into Educandus. Always make sure that you have the completed activity saved in Word with the options and the correct answers and the instructions, so that now you just have to copy paste in. So I am going to, first of all, I have my instructions there, and I'm going to copy paste the text. Okay. Now, if you were using a text from a website that you have not adapted, then here I would suggest just copy pasting the link instead of the complete text. But I adapted this activity a little bit, so I am copy pasting the full text in here. So here I can see my instructions. I'm going to make that bigger and then also in red so that they stand out. So we have the read the text instructions, and then at the bottom I'm going to put in my actual activity instructions. And again, I'm going to make this bigger and change the color. So the objective of the activity is that in the text you can see I've deleted 5 headings, and I'm going to give students the list of headings and they have to match it to the number that corresponds to in the text. Okay, as I mentioned, I have deleted 5 headings. Therefore, the default mark here I'm going to put as 5 so that students get 1 point for each heading. If you were only working with 3 headings, you would do 3, 8 headings, you would do 8, and so on. Okay, so now for my answers. I just need to copy paste my answers here. So the first heading is connect and the answer is number 1. And I go down my list. This is from paragraph 3. See the world. Paragraph 5. If I run out of spaces, I can click blanks for 3 more questions and it should load more. Here we go. And I continue from paragraph 7 and the last one from paragraph 10. Okay, so now in the combined feedback, the only thing you may want to do here is again change the format of this. You can change the wording if you want. If students get all the answers correct, you can change the wording here. I'm just going to make it bigger so that students take notice of this. Okay, and I want to save changes and continue editing. Okay, and at the very bottom we save the changes. So now if we return back to the main course page, we can preview the activity. We can click on the quiz, preview the quiz now, or for the students it will say attempt quiz now. And this is what it looks like. You can see the instructions, we have the text, and then we have the different set of instructions, the specific instructions. So I'll just complete these at random so you can see what the students will see. There we go, and finish the attempt. So that students can see how they did, they will have to click submit all and finish. And then they will be able to see which ones they got right and which ones they got wrong. And down here, they can see what are the correct answers. Now, you can stop this if you don't want students to see the correct answers. Then in the settings, the original settings page that we went through, you could uncheck the right answer box. However, again, that's totally up to you, whatever you think is best for your students. And that's it. So that is how to program a matching activity using Educandus.